feminine. Let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are the Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is an audio reading, all right? And to answer your question, no, beloved, I have not been, all right? Sometimes when you do audios or just any sorts of videos, okay, it can have glitching on it, okay? We're on YouTube, it's the internet, any type of glitching can happen. But no, honey, that has not happened as far as that question that was asked. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the messages are the Spirit has here for you on today. Let us see. Thank you, Spirits. What are the messages? Okay. I feel like, I don't know, guys. We got to do better. We just cannot go to automatically assuming the worst of the worst every time something happens. All right. We have to do better, people. Okay. Got to do better. All right. So let us see. We have attraction. Very first card out. Ooh, attraction. And then these other cards are trying to jump out here. We have Cupid. Embrace. Aw, this is a cute spread so far. We have let go and boundaries. And a lot of energy is temptation. Some of you may be viewing your twin right now as just temptation. That's it. Like, oh, you don't. That's all it is. Okay, or something like that. You feel like you must let go of the situation, let go of the person, and reinforce your boundaries. Okay, what twins are like, boundaries? What boundaries? Well, these boundaries, the ones that are absolutely necessary, because you need to make sure that you're respecting yourself and that this other individual is respecting you as well. But it says divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. Doesn't matter what the outside or what's going on in the 3D or anything like that. It's about how you make one another feel. All right, love is in the air when Cupid's around. Embrace what destiny has in store for you. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. And having sensible boundaries is important. All right. So even if it's something real, true, etc. between you and this person, your trust in spirit that was meant to be will be. What's for you is for you. So it's not like you really have to stress yourself out too much here. Again, underlying energy being temptation. And what's back here? Commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. Person wants to offer you commitment. Some of you may feel like the person is not quite ready for that yet. But that's what they feel like they want with you. Okay, temptation. Underneath temptation, we have enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We recognize that we are one with the divine. All right, very true. We are one with the divine. As soon as I say that, abundance, shocking. Shocking abundance. All right, it's so much abundance coming in that you're shocked, beloved. All this abundance for me. Yes, all this abundance for you, beloved. All right. All this abundance for you. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. One more shuffle. What does feminine need to know? Whoa, we have Sword in the Rose. All right, wedding rings. Yeah, I see. That's what they want. It doesn't matter what deck we use. That's just what they want. Okay. We have shock and we have narcissist. So this may come as a shock to you because the person is a narcissist. Okay. With this golden mirror here. We have separation. All right, so you and this person are separated. We know that let go boundaries. But you did so because you feel like the person is one-sided or self-absorbed. Or like they love bomb. A snake. Yeah, see? And it's something here about conditioning. Outdated thinking. Yeah, old school. Outdated thinking. You're like, no school like the old school. Yeah, but it's a lot of things that they are broken. They do need to be fixed. And people haven't done anything about them. It says if it's not broken, don't fix it. If something is broken, it definitely needs to be fixed. But people just keep doing the same broken things. Same dysfunctional things. That's the problem. Okay, so yeah, we have ascending and we have the runner. So the person initially ran. Feels like you're running from them now. Okay, but again, is you setting up these healthy boundaries and keeping them in place. It says clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, determination, union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love. You see, this person wants something that lasts with you. I just saw, was that last night, y'all? Yeah, a love that lasts. We just had that in our reading last night. Okay, we kept seeing that. You know, you have that energy coming in. This person may feel like they want that with you, but because you see them this way, you see them as this It's not a good thing, I tell you that. Okay, you see them as a narc, or you see them as somebody that is just very self-absorbed, like all into them, only think about them, only care for them. And you know that's crazy, because it says divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. So in what way was this person being superficial? Is that how or why they're easily tempted, with temptation as the underlining? And is that why you don't trust them? Because with temptation as the underlining of the first deck, and then we have the snake coming out here. It's like, is it they are the snake and you feel like that? Or is it that, you know, all these clever women around and they throw tail and you just don't trust this person to say no when and where they need to say no? You know, which is why commitment was in the back of the deck and didn't come out. But you see, that was the first deck. With this deck, wedding rings actually jumped out on the table. So, you know, there is a soul connection here between you and this person. I feel like it's going to exist regardless of whatever you decide to do with the connection. You know, like if you say we're just going to be friends or we're just going to be cordial, that does not change or alter the connection itself. You know what I mean? It just places boundaries on things. It puts boundaries in place. That's it. Put, you know, certain limitations on what can and cannot go on and things like that. You know, what will and will not happen. Some of you may just view them as temptation. That's it. You know, this ice cream cone this ice cream cone is melting, and you know, they're doing everything in their power to try to lick it up off the fingers and everything else, you know, before it gets all messy and sticky and stuff. And so it's like, yeah, maybe, you know, that's how you two view each other. But right now, it's just not the best time or something. Because again, we're going back to that outdated thinking, outdated ways of thinking, okay? Thinking and feeling ways that aren't helpful for what they want. You know, you ran away from something ultimately to come back to that thing. And it seems like the feelings and emotions are even more intense this time or something like that. It's like the same thing when you tell yourself that you can't have something or not to do something. Now you're going to want to do it even more. Now you're going to want to have it even more because you told yourself no. It's the same thing. All right. It's the same thing. So let's see. Underlying energy here is ship. I don't know. You might really be trying to cut this situation off here. It says cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression, and arriving. Progression and arriving. Self-indulgence. So you're definitely giving yourself time and space to heal, doing some shadow work, showing yourself appreciation. You know your worth. You know your value. You refuse to settle. Yeah, you have boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. You see? So it's like, you're not dealing with this person. Now, they may be in their head saying, well, why aren't they dealing with me? Or why haven't I heard from them? That's why. Because you feel hurt or you feel like the person just doesn't care. So you're not going above and beyond to show that you do. All right. You're like, they don't care. I guess we don't care. Or something like that. They don't care. I guess we don't care. We have mirror. All right. Yeah. So it says mirroring each other. Self-reflection, introspection, and inner wounds. Isn't that interesting? Let's see. All right, Page of Wands and the Two of Cups. It's going to be a message coming from this person. Let's see. There's definitely a message coming from them. Okay. What are the messages here? All right, we have the Three of Pentacles, cooperation, teamwork, coming together, judgment. Yeah, so their discernment on the situation is they really want to work something out here with you. They want to try to get on the same page with you. Magician and the High Priestess. Yeah, they've been trying to pull you in. They've been trying to manifest you, okay? However, Five of Wands, there is blocks, some sort of blocks here. All right, we have the Two of Wands and it flipped itself in reverse. So I feel like a person has made their mind up or they've made a decision in regards to what they want to do, what path they want to take, something like that, Temperance. But it's still divine intervention here. And I feel like that's because Spirit is like, oh, so when they make their mind up or something like that is when they get to come in and do this and do that. Four of Pentacles, now you're holding back All they get to do is watch and observe. So you're not giving them much because of something. But they want reunion. 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Oh, Lord. Okay, what is this? We have the Hierophant and the 4 of Wands. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? This person wants commitment and union with you. The Lovers. Yes. They want, oh, wow. The 2 of Cups is the underlining. And then the Knight of Pentacles sticking his head out. Let me tell you something. This person is putting a plan together here. The plan to try to get back into your life, get in your good graces. You know, they really want to move forward with this connection. All right. They really want to, you know, come together in this long-term way. Now, a lot of you will hear this and say, how? What? Like, you know, again, this is the shock. This is the shock. Okay. But I feel like the second you go to try to run away or distance yourself from this person is the moment you get all of this from them, because that's not what they want. It's never been what they want. They want you. They want to be with you. Okay. They had something that they needed to work through. I feel like they worked through it, child. Maybe there was a third party around somewhere, or they don't work through that. They don't finish that, or did whatever they had to do with that. You know, the 6 of Wands, yep, and the Star card. Again, that's confirmation. All right, so whatever they need to do with that. I mean, 2 of Wands is in reverse. This person has already made their mind up. They've already made their decision. They know what they want. They know who they want it with. You know, that kind of thing. They know what they want and they know who they want it with. Okay. Let me see something. I'm going to move these up just a little bit for the sake of taking the picture for you guys. Alright. You guys know just because I'm doing audio doesn't mean that I don't want you to see what's going on. I still want you to see the cards and everything like that. Alright, so you can still have a clear understanding of what we're looking at. Alright. You can tell that I'm doing audio because, child, I didn't even make sure it was neat. I'm over here fixing it up for you guys. So you can see. Don't judge Blue's water in the photo. You guys love me and I love you right back. And it's so raw. I'm like doing it right here on the camera with you guys, or should I say on the audio with you guys. Ciao. Y'all know Blue is a mess. All right, let's see. Let's continue. 3 of Pentacles. Oh, no. Not you falling on the floor. All right, we have the 4 of Cups. All right, 4 of Cups is rejection and discontentment. It's like they're discontent with anything that's not you, anybody that's not you. And I know it sounds crazy to hear, but that's the truth. Okay, it is the truth. These other people in situations are just not doing it for them. 9 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. They really want to be a part of your world, a part of your life. But again, a lot of you have put these boundaries up. Distance yourself in a way where you're like, 9 of Swords, now they're worried. Okay, anxiously awaiting your return. You have Temperance, again, divine intervention and protection, and Ace of Wands. There will be a breakthrough. All right. I feel like because this person, they can't get something off of their head. They feel like they betrayed you or they let you down. 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords. We have the 8 of Wands and the World. Yeah, so this person's like, can we talk about this, please? You know, can it not be over? You know, instead, they really want to embrace you. Remember we saw that? They really want to embrace you. Some of you just don't feel like they're telling the truth. 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and, 3 of Cups, and then the 10 of Swords. Some of you feel like the person is, you know, they want you around, but you don't know if this person has good intentions. Again, remember, it's the snake and temptation. You don't view them like somebody who has the best of intentions for you. Okay. You have the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, so you hold back from them a lot. You just don't know if this person has pure intentions for you or not. You know, you're like, they would have to show me what their intentions, you know, with me are, what have you. We have 4 of Swords and the Knight of Wands. All right. Yeah. So the 4 of Swords, like peace of mind. You know, it's like as soon as you get this peace of mind back, in comes this person. Or because they don't have peace of mind right now, they're feeling like they got to rush in and do something and say something. You know what I mean? Like, underlying energy here is the Tower. Again, I feel like that's the shock. 8 of Cups. It was you letting go that caused this Tower for this person. You distancing yourself emotionally that caused this Tower for this person. You know, and all of the time that you've been dealing with this person, maybe you've never distanced yourself from them in a way that said, no, I'm very serious. You know, like I'm very serious about how I'm feeling. You know, I respect myself and I feel like I deserve to be treated a certain type of way. And if I'm not being treated that way, then I'm just out. You know, what else is there really to talk about? We don't have to go back and forth about it. We don't have to drag it out. We don't have to make it a big old thing. Right? Like if I'm not being treated the way I feel like I should be treated, I'm out. I don't have to keep, you know, doing this. That's crazy. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. They see you as somebody that's very dependable, reliable, again, mature, grounded, you know. So it's like you're not losing your cool over the situation. Maybe they're used to people losing their cool over the situation. You know, anything dealing with them, you're not. King of Pentacles here, they might feel like the two of you are a perfect match. You know, maybe they would mess it up with someone they feel is a perfect match or something like that. Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you see, maybe they feel like they mess it up by being impulsive, or they feel like they have to rush in and say something or do something before they lose you. Again, it just keeps repeating. And here's the Tower. Yeah, so that's going to be the shock for you. This person coming in wanting to say something to you about how they're feeling and wanting to display certain actions to you to show you that they're serious. It's going to be a shock. And you're like, what? This is not what you are expecting, perhaps, from this individual. Maybe you're just expecting them to be like, okay. My game got old. The game got old. Let me leave it alone. Let me go play with somebody else. Like, maybe that's just what you're expecting them to do. But because this person is not playing and they really do love you, it's like, here they come. You know, that kind of thing. Here they come again, you know. They may be doing something like they tried to stay away, but that didn't work. Or something. That's for someone very specific. They tried to stay away, but it just didn't work. Or something like that. It never works, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Messages for feminine. Okay, we have 3 that fell out. Alright. Reap what you sow. The energy you put out will return to you. Choose wisely as you will reap what you sow. Correct. Alright. Elevate your energy. Your energy determines your reality. Lift your vibrations and watch your world shift. We have clarity, joy, peace, love. Okay. Soften the armor. What once protected you may now be holding you back. Let your heart breathe without defense. Okay. Let your heart breathe without defense. And clear entangled karma. Every relationship holds lessons. Break free from karmic ties that no longer serve your growth. You see? If it's time to break free from something, you got to break free. If the other person don't want to, that's their business, you know? So it's like, for some of you, because a person won't break free from certain things, you have to break free from them. For others of you, you simply just feel like that's what it is. It was a soul tie. It was something you got all entangled up in, and you just need to release yourself from that entanglement. It says, own your past. It's an underlining. You can't rewrite the past, but you can change how it shapes you. Embrace your choices and let them become your wisdom. Correct. Energy in the back. Y'all. Trust the lesson, not the pain. You weren't meant to stay hurt. The pain was the messenger. The wisdom is what you carry forward. Okay? It's like, yeah, the person, you know, they miss you and child, they really do feel like they want to be with you and all these other things. However, if this person is not able to release certain energies and you feel like, well, that's why you have to release them, then so be it. I mean, again, you can't try to force yourself to do something just because it's what someone wants you to do. What does that mean? If it's not good for you, if it's not healthy for you, then you shouldn't be doing it. Right? All right. So there's one more deck that Blue is going to use. I wasn't planning on it, but I may as well. This one wasn't really that long. I'll be back probably be back. More than likely, we'll be back today. Okay. It's been a lot of back-to-back personals. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. So because I've been busy with the personals, you know, I haven't really been over here as much. So, all right. But the plan is to come back on here today. That's the plan. All right. We shall see, though. We shall see. We're going with the flow. All right. We're going with the flow, guys. Let's see. Messages for feminine. One more shuffle. I giggle because one more shuffle, and this is the last one. Okay. All right, let's see. Yep, we got that card the other day. Okay, we have blameless. We got truth warrior again. We had that the other day, but we have blameless. When you always point the finger, you give away the wand. Blame is a leash that ties your power to someone else's behavior. Cut it. Exactly. So maybe you got tired of just, blaming or pointing fingers or being like, oh, this relationship didn't work out because they, nope. I'm not going to say because they nothing. I'm going to say because I keep letting them do this, and this, or because I allowed whatever. I'm not going to blame you for nothing. I'm just going to remove myself from the situation completely. All right. It says release is power. Freedom begins the moment you stop clinging. Let it go with love or with fire, but let it go. Ooh, heard that? Release is power. So it's like you took your power back. Truth warrior. Okay. To see clearly, you must be willing to look without flinching. Let the truth be your compass, even if it leads you into the wilderness. Okay. Let your truth be your compass, even if it leads you into the wilderness. Ooh. Okay. And we have untamed vision. It says, what if your wildest vision is your truest compass and everything else is just noise? So what if your wildest vision is your truest compass and everything else is just noise? All right, we have buried potential. Settling for less doesn't make you realistic. It just makes you forget how powerful you really are. I'm telling you. I really feel like someone realizes that they went the path of temptation and, they dismiss something sacred. Now the person is wanting to come back, but you just don't know if that's what you want to do. And you don't have to. You know what I mean? You really don't. I don't blame you at all, guys, for not wanting to spin the block with somebody who didn't recognize what they had the first time. Like, I don't blame you. Okay. So, were they ready? Were they mature enough? No, obviously not. However, we can't keep making excuses for people. Once they know better, they could do better. Someone here specifically tried to continue spinning the web until they just couldn't spin it no more. Then you was like, all right, I'm done. Once you said I'm done, backed up, now all of a sudden it's like you get every ounce of effort that they could have been given already or something like that, right? So even that's going to stand out to you. It's like the person is putting in even more effort now, and none of this came before. None of this existed before. So it's going to stand out to you. But again, instead of you blaming the person or pointing the finger or anything, you're like, I want to be with someone or around someone I don't have to have armor on with or for. And if I got to have my armor on around you, what's the point? Because the Queen of Pentacles is naked. She's vulnerable. She's bare. That's me giving all of myself. Then we have this right here with the soften your heart and talk about taking your armor off. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, why should you have to have armor on around this individual or around anybody who says that they love you? Then I don't know. But when we have the Lovers and the Six of Wands and the Star card, it's like they really want to get past everything. They've already made their mind up or, whatever, as far as what they want to do. But it's like, have you made your mind up? And if so, it's not looking like y'all made your mind up about the same thing. Hence why the Three of Pentacles may have come first. Let's talk, let's get on the same page about what it is that we want. Nevertheless, a person could say that they want something and their actions may not match, in which case you're going to be like, oh, it's the same thing again, old school. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing again that causes separation. This person is just self-absorbed, or this person was just love bombing like they do, and they're going to go off onto the next thing. Clever snake. You know what I mean? Same thing per usual, but instead of you blaming the person for doing what you expect them to do, like a snake is going to be a snake, right? So instead of you blaming the person for doing what you expect them to do, it's like you're just moving on with your life. All right. But this person, they keep coming in and out saying the same things, playing the same games. All right. It says the path of power is paved with passion. The more aligned you are with your essence, the less you have to push. Power flows where truth lives. Okay. So you're extremely powerful. And it's because, you release what doesn't serve you. You're living your truth. You're speaking your truth. You have this untamed vision, that is allowing you to to explore and go into the wilderness, like it said, you know, with the truth warrior, you know, to tap into this full potential that you have and things like that, you know. What's back here? We have bad connection. Oof. Just because you were meant to meet doesn't mean you were meant to stay. Some soul contracts are made to expire. Do you see? And there's a reason that Spirit made me look at that. There is a reason. So I feel like that's how you look at it. You look at it like, oh, this is a bad connection. You know, it's just temptation. Just because we were meant to meet doesn't mean that we were meant to stay. You know, and I had this thought last night when it comes to the twin souls. You know, the twin souls that are not meant to be together, because there are twins that are meant to be together. And there are twins that are, like, those twin flames are really just to help you grow and heal and learn. However, a lot of twins can end up together. And here we are team twin. You know, we want the twins together. If that's what you want, absolutely. Let's work through the kinks. Let's get there. You know what I mean? It's very possible. However, you have those twins where one of them or both of them just refuses to do the work. And so, you know, you're like, I'm going to go with a high level soulmate, you know, someone that's going to take care of my heart, that I'm going to be able to take care of theirs. And we're not going to have all these extra problems. You get what I'm saying? All these problems being, you know, you guys know the stuff that happens on a twin flame journey, right? Like, you're not strangers to the things that go on, or the many, many different possibilities, right? Like, you're not naive enough to think that it's just as simple as you meet someone and la-di-da-di-da. Like, there's so many things that happen on this twin flame journey. If you're a true twin, you really understand. All right, so you go through all of these things, this person, and you know, obviously the goal is to get to union, but it's just never a guarantee that both parties are going to do their work. You know, again, one person is okay with being this snake and being self-absorbed and being easily distracted and things like that. You know, like, you can't build something with someone like that. So it's like you have to leave them to the type of people that they resonate with. It's not for you. It's for, you know, lower vibrational people or something like that. You know, so it's like you shouldn't have to lower your vibe, lower your energy so that y'all can match up. No, it's a bad connection. You know what I mean? They didn't want to do the work. Fine. Not a problem. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's going to come as a shock to you that the person is coming to you and really trying to make it seem like they really want this and that and the other. But I feel the reason why a lot of you are going to be like, oh, whatever, like, you don't want nothing, is because they're going to eventually fall right back into the same old, same old. This person has a routine. They do the same things all the time. Maybe this is what they've been doing for months or for years or what have you. So it's like, you know already what to expect from this person. Nothing's changed. All right. So those are the messages that I have here for you at the time. Right here it says, elevate your energy. Remember, your energy determines your reality. Lift your vibrations and watch your world shift. There you go. I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Always remember, of course, like I always tell you guys, these are general messages. So don't try to force the messages that do not fit with you and your story. You can always support and watch whatever you want to support and watch. But I'm just saying, don't try to force things that are not for you. And if you're looking to book a personal reading with me, that information can be found in the description box beneath this video. Peace and hair, grease.